This content
It
missing
is
out on.
started now.
I thought we were rolling.
No, we're rolling now. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another interview. This one's going to be a good one of that, I have no doubts. We've got another Rival Battles preview interview coming right up. We got Spacebar.
Is this live?
It's live on Say Society right now, so
Wait a second,
nobody's
we're doing
watching.
this live?
Yeah, we're technically
doing
doing it
no
live.
edit?
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
How's it going, gamers? How are you both doing today? Space, how are you? What you got there? What are you chugging?
My metabolism's nice and refreshed. I feel clean. I feel accomplished today. I'm feeling good.
Good. Pasta's gone.
What happened to him? He's gone
I
already.
don't know. Pasta's just gone. Okay, Pasta's coming back.
Sorry, I'm back.
How
I was
you
getting
doing,
water.
Pasta? How's your day
I'm doing
going?
good. I'm doing good. I'm fucking hungry, but I'm doing good.
Alright, okay. Good to hear you both doing well. So, name of the game is Amy's Story. That's what we got going on. That's what's going to be kicking off tomorrow in probably, around about 24 hours time. Talk to me. Talk to me a little bit about it. Amy's Story. What's your history with it? What's the story behind you and the category of Amy's Story? I'll start with you, Pastor.
I used to play Sonic Story very poorly. I had like a 36-minute Sonic Story PB. And then Trimmy, he went by the name Trim Spook back then. He had like an 18-minute Amy story or some shit like that. Maybe, I don't know. Not that bad. Probably like a fucking 12-minute Amy story. But I was like, that's ass. I can beat that. So I beat him first try. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But the story sucked ass back then. Like, it was not good. It didn't have anything cool. So I was like, damn, I'm going to make this shit cool. And now we're here.
Just like that. It's all gone by in a blink. That happened, and now we're here in the present day.
Yeah, okay, when I started Amy, world record was 9:44 or 9:45 by Nixer, and it's now 8:44 by Nixer as well. So about a minute time save in new tricks in the time I've been out there labbing. Not all me, of course, but just most of it.
Well, I mean, I can't even say you're wrong there. But
yeah, I'm not trying to flex. There was just no one labbing the category.
This is true. And Space, welcome back. We obviously had you on the last one with going up against Nim in Knuckles' Story, but we're going down a different avenue this time. We got Amy's Story. I don't know. I feel like, would you say Knuckles is kind of your main, but Amy is like your side, or where is it for you?
Whoa, he better not be saying that.
Depends, it kind of depends on the definitions, because I actually feel like the best Knuckles player, right? I do. But I know that I'm not the best Amy player, but yet I feel like Amy just generally tends to be more of a home for me. I don't know, man. It's tough to say, because my consistency with Amy is really good, but basically, when I came around, I also started Sonic, and then Pasta was just getting done making Amy cool, and he was addicted to trying to get people to run Amy. So, so I just kind of came in, and he convinced me Amy's cool, and then I spent 8 hours doing Castle Skip, and I finally did it once, and then I just would do Castle Skip, but I never did the rest of Amy's story at all. So then eventually I just kind of started doing runs, and then I creeped up, got my sub 10, creeped up a little bit more, and then all of a sudden I had this 9:20 run, and I was like, this sucked. I was like, holy crap, I could actually get record in this story within a month of learning it. And then I did. I literally got record from Nixer with 9:08. That got clutched out by the zero strat, which is just really cool. And then yeah, from there a lot of cool things happened in Amy. I kind of fell back a little bit. Katie came in, Nixer came in, Alpha, all these people. Crushed the story. I wasn't super confident, I'm not even gonna lie, when it came to time to get a sub 9. Pasta put on a goal for the community to get 5 sub 9s by the end of the year.
True. We did get that.
But then I just had an insanely good run, and I somehow bopped Pasta's time, so now I'm just super comfortably sitting at second, you know what I mean?
I guess I glossed over that as well, but I did get the first sub 9 Amy run ever. Kind of forgot about that or whatever.
I feel like the history needs to be explained, Pasta. You got to tell them that day because it's just important to know.
Okay, so my now ex, I was dating this girl and I was at her house for the weekend and I get this message in the group chat. It's like at Pasta. I'm like, well, what is this? And it's Nixer posting banana clip, and I'm like trying to explain, like, I have to go home right now. If I don't leave, like, someone's gonna get sub 9 before me. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I know we had this week and we can't. I gotta go. I was like all weekend stressed. I was like posting in the Discord. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be so mad. Someone's gonna get it. It's free. I'm never gonna hit it. Like, Nixer's gonna get sub 9 tomorrow. I was pissed, man.
And Nixer, we're streaming every day.
I was pissed. I literally didn't get to attempt it or anything. And then I like Sunday comes around and I'm like, it was like 10 a.m. Sunday. I was supposed to stay like till like Monday night. I was like, I'm going home. Like I'm sorry, I'm going home. And then I went home. I tried banana clip 3 times and I hit it. And I was like, this seems pretty consistent. So I jumped into the VC in the Sadix Discord because there was like 20 fucking people in there, all chilling.
No. We were all watching Huga and Nixer, wondering who's going to get the sub 9. Like, one of them is going to do it.
I just joined no like cam, no stream of my game, and I just started doing runs in the background. Literally, like, second run of the day when I sit down was just world record and sub 9, and I just like everyone's talking, and I just start screaming like, "Let's go, door 1, let's go!" Like, going off, and then I get it. It's sub 9. I choke pretty hard, honestly. Like, it was literally like 45 pace, but I threw hard. But after I just like literally got it, I was like, all right, see ya. And I just left the Discord. The worst part, dude, is that I wasn't capturing any audio. It makes me so mad. There's no audio.
Is that your time on the board right now?
No, I actually beat that time randomly. I just got high as fuck one night and PB'd by 1 second, and it's like not even a good run.
Way less epic run.
Literally, it's just like a random run. I even
didn't make history with the second run.
In the lead up to this, I got another sub 9 time. I wanted to do like a video where I just said, like, this is what the Spacebar race is going to look like, because I expected to, like, just throw hard on like a random no reset. But then it was also PB pace that I choked, so I got another sub 9 I uploaded, but not PB.
Well, I mean, how about that? I mean, well, I
would say also, I just want to say Spacebar and I think are like literally exactly equal skill level. I think Spacebar and I are like the most equal skill level in Amy story there is by far.
Yeah, I mean, less than 2 seconds apart, so right next to each other, second and third, absolutely. I'm just blown away by that story, to be honest. I'm just imagining you like, it's like a really important weekend. You go to like meet her parents or something, and you're just like twitching the whole time.
I was stressed. She's like, why are you looking at your phone so much? I was like, you don't understand how important this is to me. Like, I understand it's not literally important at all, but also like, it's one of those things where like, it was prophesied, like when I first started Amy story, it was like, how, like, can we even get this story to like a 920 time? You know what I'm talking about? And like, then once the sub 9 came into play, it was like, in my mind, I was like, it's going to be Nixer. And then once Huga started, I was like, oh shit, this guy's actually fucked. He's too good.
Trying to get a sub 9. I mean, Katie had a sub 9 run that choked in the end. Again, it was going to be sub 9 before Banana Clip. So once Banana Clip happened, we were like, it's definitely happening now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Katie was crazy because she used to do elevator wall run, which is like actually a disgusting trick. That trick sucks ass.
Hey, I did that too. I have videos of me hitting on PB pace and it not being door.
Yeah.
Said.
But also, I do have to state for the history books, for everyone, because I hate that this is always the misconception. Wall float was literally always faster than elevator wall run, even without banana clip. It was! It objectively was! I had world record final egg with wall float back then. It was better than the wall run times. I'm sick of this misconstrued idea that Nixer made wall float cool.
Clip. Maybe with that instant clip that you didn't find till after.
No.
Yeah.
Also, banana clip is cool, but you owe wall float to me. I will take full credit for that setup and everything being consistent now. Motherfuckers told me that it was impossible. Katie told me that trick at the top where you like jump in the corner and warp through the wall, that trick alone made it impossible because it was RNG, and I proved all that was bullshit. It is fully consistent. You could just be good. Just had to put that in the history books.
I mean, speak your shit, my man. You know, I mean, for sure. You know, I can't fault it. But wow, yeah, no, for sure. So a lot of history there, a lot of really cool history, just both with yourselves and the category as a whole. And yeah, you know, you mentioned each other a little bit here and there. You mentioned how close you are in skill, in terms of time, in terms of general ability. And Space, you also mentioned, I think at the start of sort of your story. What are you doing? I think at the start of your sort of entry into Amy, rather, it was kind of Pasta who got you into it. So you two have kind of had a long standing.
Oh yeah, Pasta taught me a lot. Pasta was always there anytime I couldn't do the puzzle 2 skip, anytime I couldn't get the bridge run down. He definitely opened the floodgates for me to eventually bop him.
Yeah,
I messed up though. I got him too confident, and now I'll be like fault. Telling a new runner, I'll be like, "Hey, here's how you do this." And Spacebar's like, "No. You want to do it like this. You want to do it like this."
But if you noticed, well, yeah, we have our own different ways of doing things somehow, which just kind of developed. But like, it's funny because anybody that Pasta gets into Amy ends up getting like top 5 at one point. You know, like you got Chrisin, you got Mimikin, and both of these guys have like
Huga. Literally everything. Huga's route, like. If you watch Huga's run is my run if I was good. Huga plays my strats, but actually perfect. It is fucked.
I'm going to tell you right now, Huga is the best Amy runner.
Yes, if you 100% agreed.
If you want to be, he is the best Amy runner.
I think Huga is the best Amy runner who has ever played. 100%.
I agree. I literally agree.
Amazing.
With that. People sleep on that, but you
can sub 9 with door 2.
Yeah, it's pretty
very interesting. Okay, alrighty, but yeah, no, so obviously talking about you two have had a long history in the category alongside each other. So, Space, to ask you first, when it comes to sort of going up against Pasta, either, you know, on the board, either on, you know, going for a better time against each other, or I don't know how much race history you've got alongside each other. I imagine you've probably dipped into an Amy race once or twice here or there, right? But
I always lose him because he always gets door 1 whenever we
that Spacebar is my good luck charm. I never get door 1, but I have a 100% track record against him. I've gotten door 1 in every single Amy race we've ever done. Yeah.
Well, you got at least 3 attempts here to extend that record.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
But yeah, no, so what exactly is it like? What exactly are the ups and downs, the things you got to watch out for, and, you know, the things you know you're in for when going up against Pasta in any sense?
I mean, if you want me to be completely honest, I think my genuine best chance of winning is to play like a puss in Final Leg and not even try wall float. He's way better at Final Leg than I am. But, like, here's the thing is, I rarely ever screw up castle skip. Sorry, that was me knocking on wood a lot. I screw the fuck up now. But and also, I mean, like, I can't even remember the last time I got higher than like a 145 hot shoot. You know, like I just don't be making those giant mistakes in those stages. So I feel like I can come out of those ahead. And unless I do something to throw, like miss 12 times, like going for a clip a second time, which definitely not a race. Like I'm going banana clip once. If I get it, then I'm kind of committed. If I don't, thank God, because now I don't look like a puss and I still get to like take the elevator safely. So I think it's really going to come down to that, like how I play. You know, am I going to let my ego get to me and go for a wall float? Yes, I am, and it's going to come down to will I screw it up and let Asta come back and take me, or I don't know. Maybe I'll just screw up castle skip a bunch of times. Who knows? But those are the big points, like not screwing up castle skip and like doing Final Leg properly. That's really all I'm worried about. Everything else like should be pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. And then past the same question to you, going up against Spacebar. Obviously, he's kind of transitioned from the apprentice to not quite the master, but definitely, you know, at least on even footing with you. As he pours more and more of whatever beverage that may be. But yeah.
Rum chata.
Oh, nice. Lovely.
Delicious.
We're getting in the mood.
But for me,
what's it like going up against Spacebar?
For me, it's like, I'm a choke artist. Like, That's the hard part really for me is I am not good in races, period. So it's like it's either gonna be really smooth or really catastrophic at something stupid. It will not be like a normal failure. It's gonna be something crazy if I lose. It's gonna be a death in hot shelter, which never happens ever in PB attempts. I want to say that's some shit that only happens in a race, but it'll be something like that. And also, I refuse to ride the elevator. I will never, ever one time ride the elevator in Final Eggs. So you will see if I miss Banana Clip, I will do this really crazy backup strat that might not work. So I could lose a ton of time because if that doesn't work, I'll have to go get 0 and then clip it. But I refuse to ride that fucking elevator. I really do think though that I think it will come down to doors for sure. I'm not like I don't know. I'm not really nervous to race Spacebar much, just because like it's fun to race Spacebar. He doesn't like. It's not like I don't know. Like when you race Nixer, I feel like if you lose, like Nixer feels a little more powerful in the world, and I don't want that. Whereas for Spacebar, like even if it's a blowout and he 3-0s me, it's like it's Spacebar. That's all right. You know that doesn't bother me. Yeah, although I don't know. I'm hoping we see some cool shit. Like the main reason I'm even doing this race, like I don't like races very much, but I'm just so sick of. I mean, I was telling you Teth this before. I'm so sick of seeing bad Amy gameplay. So I was like, damn, we have to show off some actually cool Amy gameplay for once because it's a dying breed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the more you both talk about it, the more it sounds like this race is gonna be just like the one to watch, almost in a way. You know, it sounds like none of you. It sounds like you're both kind of throwing caution to the wind and just saying, "Okay, no, I'm going for this. I'm going for that."
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go for every single trick. There's nothing I. Let me think. Actually, I don't think there's any trick I won't try. I can't think of anything.
Honestly, I would be way more like that, and I am, if it wasn't for the fucking clip at the very top of the wall.
Okay, I was gonna say
how much I fail it.
Because I was gonna say that's my win condition is him failing that trick.
It's like I'll do all the stuff and then I'll just fall down.
And it's the easiest part of the whole trick too.
But it's devastating in a race.
Because it's easily like I don't know a 30 to 40-second time loss if you fall up there because you have to still wait for the whole elevator.
Plus all the time you wasted doing the trick in the
first place. It's brutal. No, my win condition is that Spacebar gets up there and just falls. Like it would be sad to win like that, but I would fucking take it.
A lot. I'm practicing that.
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on, what's happened?
And you sort of touched on it there a little bit in terms of just kind of where you are with sort of your approach to races and whatnot. But like going into it, what's kind of like the mentality for you in terms of sort of like practice, preparation, how you are when you're in the thick of a race rather? You know, for you, Pastor specifically to ask first, what's it kind of like going into a race and finally getting in there? What's it like for you?
If I'm being honest, I have like not practiced at all for this really. This past like 2 weeks, I've been like in and out of the hospital like 3 times. Spoke to my biological dad for the first time. Learned I'm probably gonna die young. Just also, it's a crazy shit. So I've been not thinking about Amy's story a single second of these past 2 weeks. Today though, I hopped in. I don't know, hit all the tricks first try, hit wall float. I don't know, feels all right. I feel like the less I think about it, almost the better. Like, the more I go into it, just like, whatever, it's going to be easier.
This is the second interview I've had in the last 2 days where a runner has said, the key is not to think. And I think you're onto something.
There's, like, a couple tricks that I will definitely practice up. And I'm going to practice 0 a lot, because I want to hit my 0 strat on stream. I think that'd be cool to show off the new setup I have. But, no, I don't know. Like Spacebar was saying though about consistency, like once you get to top 5 Amy, it's like you could not play for like your whole life and jump back in and have no problem. Like I don't know, it just eventually goes from being like the least consistent to like the most consistent story ever. Like every run from us, if we were to do offline attempts, literally every run that gets the final egg would be world record pace. So I don't know, it's not it's not that hard anymore.
It's gonna be interesting, yeah. You know, I'm getting more and more excited for it with every question. But same to you, Space. Obviously, you've got a little bit more experience in the race departments. You're a little bit more recent on the scene with race departments. So, you know, for you, are you sort of at a stage where going into any kind of race competition, you're not maybe as nervous? You're a bit more sort of used to it by now. And like, you know, what kind of things differ for you as opposed to normal preparation for runs? Because I know you're a pretty heavy grinder when it comes down to it, but with runs, with races, you know, what's it like for you going in?
I feel like the more I think about it, the worse I'm gonna do. No, I'm not. I'm not even kidding though. Like
Mm.
if I like highly anticipate the match and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be really close. Like it's anybody's game. We're super closely matched. Like I should win this. Like I need to win this. I'll
Mm.
probably lose. I'll probably screw up something like you've never seen me screw up before and just throw 20 seconds out the window and just like I did against Scoob with the Burger Man. You know, like I just do those things. Like I will find a way to choke because like it's literally like I get intrusive thoughts in the race. It'll be like, "Oh my
Oof.
god, I'm literally winning right now." And then I'll be like, "Why am I thinking about this?" And then all of a sudden my mind will literally think about what I'm going to do after I've already won. And I have to be like, "Dude, what the
Yes.
fuck are you
Nah,
thinking
for
about?
real.
Like stop thinking about this." And then all of a sudden I miss track skip and die. And I'm like, "Why was I thinking about that?" Like I
But
can't control it. It's just like,
God,
why is my
yeah.
mind going there? It's like, "Oh,
No.
I had a really nice speed highway. Now I'm thinking about I've
If
already won." Like,
if
no.
I enter final egg on anything lower than like a 555, immediately my brain I'm like, oh, this is world record, and then I'm like, why am I thinking that? I should not be
I
thinking
know
that
it's
at
so
all.
dumb.
For me, it's like the
But
opposite. It's like the self-fulfilling prophecy. When I like I'm in a good position, it's like, all right, how can I screw this up? You know, and then it just like becomes real, and it's like, ah, great.
it depends
But
how
yeah, no,
deep
for
I
sure.
am. Like there does get to a certain point where I'm just like, I'll be on such good pace and there's nothing else left, or I'll be like, all right, how will I find a way to screw this up? And then I finally will. But no, I mean, just as an example, a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, I was
Oh,
like, hey, everybody was like practicing their main categories, and I was like, I should probably practice Amy since I have a run coming up. I haven't played Amy in a while, so
Mhm.
the first run world record pace in final leg, and I missed wall float like 6 times, and then it ended up being door one. The second run, right after that, world record pace hits fast float, instantly clips, and I die in an
Oh,
anomaly. I die during scoop skip. Nobody's ever seen this before. I'm
I
the first to do it.
hate
And
it.
guess what? I turned on Veritas, floated up, and it was door one again. Again, twice in a row, door one. You know what that means? I'm never seeing door one again for like 100 runs.
oh
And like
wow.
But
that
anyway, it
pace,
was
I
two
just want
world
to
record
say
pace
that
runs.
pace, the second one was insane. Like the second one, if he had hit that scoop skip, like we're talking like a 9-4 or like an 841, sorry. Like low. Like it would have
Yeah,
beat world record hard.
it was
It
Yeah.
such a good
sounds
run, and
yeah.
that was just not practicing. just deciding to play. That's all.
It
So
sounds
I'm
like you're
gonna
both
not
kind of
practice at all.
knocking on the door a little bit. To be honest, that's incredible. So
We combined have lost literally over like 150 world record pace runs.
Dude,
Combined
Teddy,
Jesus.
you don't
easily.
understand because it's so difficult after you get the door one to somehow keep your composure for another minute and a half,
Yeah.
mm,
and somehow
it's yeah,
because the nerves obviously they kick in the second you get that door one, and
yeah.
it's
It's like
like
a snap, right? It's
zero
like
is
Yep.
hard, dude.
mm,
Zero is
Your
very
heart
hard. It's
your
not
heart
easy.
starts beating like crazy once you hit that door one. Zero
mm.
is so easy to screw up too. Like people sleep on how easy it is to fail right on zero. It's honestly one of the hardest boss fights in the game, I think.
And we're only talking like a 3 second time loss, but that 3 seconds is the difference between record or not. So like
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
huge for us. Like somebody else might
Yeah,
not care about 3 seconds, but to us that's the whole run. That's the whole point of getting there. We got
Yeah,
there
you
and
can
we
play
fucking lose the three
perfect, but
seconds.
you lose those 3 seconds and it's like why even play?
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
literally.
hmm And so, yes, touching on a little bit more into the specifics now, really. Just kind of talk to me a little bit about what are the things that you've got in contrast to your opponents. So, Space, what have you got to your game, and what are going to be the strengths to your game that will give you the edge over Pasta in this race? What kind of things put you in that driving seat? Which segments of the run? What kind of mentality things, or just consistency things?
I just for some reason am better at the first split than Pasta. Like he
Oh,
like never
I
gets in at
can't do
45s,
it.
and I get into 45s and 46s all the time. So I don't know what he's doing there, but he's losing time in the first segment. That and I like super consistently am getting 26 castle skips. I mean, I even ran a times 20 Tingle Park one time, and I'm pretty sure I hit castle skip first try like 17 times out of the 20. So I think the consistency in Castle Skip, the first segment, are strong. I pretty much 100% of the time hit Hedgehog Hammer, and I see a lot of other people not always hit it. I pretty much always hit it. And
Mhm.
Hot Shelter, I mean, we both got really good Hot Shelters, so I don't think I really have too much of an advantage in Hot Shelter. and he definitely has an advantage in final leg. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Well, we'll
That's
see.
all I got.
And then, Pasta, same question to you. What kind of things are going to put you in the driving seat in this race? What edges have you got over Space?
Well, I haven't streamed in a while, so I get Spacebar not knowing this, but I consistently get 25 Twinkle Parks, so I'm just saying that to flex on him.
25?
Yeah, I get running.
Are you
like
doing running castle?
I get running every single time now. Yeah.
See, I'm not doing that. So
see, I'll give you my little tech actually, a little hint. So that final jump, yeah, I know that final jump before the flip, like where you flip up to the fence, right?
Yeah.
I do like a light jump, but then I hold A throughout the entirety of the flip up. If you hold A when you land on the fence, you can even get the one where you land like in place, no run speed, and still can flip over the fence. Where you like slam into the wall, you can still land and hammer flip if you just hold A.
We'll have to discuss this after the rival tournament. Oh,
but yeah, then besides that, anything else that's going to push you a bit further? Anything that's going to give you the advantage?
I had the best final egg in the world. So probably that as well.
But I have the best final leg in marathon.
Like I consistently get like 103s, so that'll help a lot.
I think what was it, a 104 or something I had in that
That also very good. Very good. I mean, really it's just gonna come down to like if I choke. That's like the main thing. Like I don't think either one of us is gonna have like see, that's the hard part of Amy's story, right? Is like we do have a little bit of things, but like what Spacebar and I are both discussing is like 1 or 2 seconds every level, maybe. Final egg alone with RNG can just drop 25 seconds of time difference. So like literally nothing we do can offset that amount of gap. So really, as long as we don't choke, it's going to be entirely door RNG pretty much every race, assuming we don't choke. Because like even worst case scenario, if we get like I don't know 27 Twinkle Park, like a 146 Hot Shelter, it's like. As long as stuff doesn't go catastrophic, yeah, like as long as stuff doesn't go catastrophic in final egg, we're going to be looking at like low 9 paces on every single run, assuming we get door 1, right? So it's really just going to come down to like what RNG says for us.
Even if I take elevator, like, I mean, listen, I'm just going to go ahead and say, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but the odds of like first try float, first try clip and everything, it's like usually it doesn't play out like that every try. Like it's going to take like 2 or 3 tries to get the float sometimes. So like it kind of makes the elevator like not that much of a time loss if you're not doing the float perfectly.
Oh yeah.
You know,
also,
maybe like a banana clip back up in a second try float. Now it's only like he saved 6.
I'd like to just like echo that to say that if either one of us just wanted to not try banana clip at all, they would win the race 3-0. Like if either one of us just went to the elevator, if one of us just went to the elevator all 3 times, they would win literally easily 3-0.
At least 4 out of 5 times, at least.
Yeah. Like that's how close we are. It's just like if we enter final egg and we're ahead at all and you decide not to take elevator, you just basically are guaranteeing your win. Whereas if you try wall float, it's like you are either gonna really dunk on them or you're probably gonna or you're risking it. Yeah. My big fear is that I fall at the top after talking so much shit about Spacebar because I like.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
I've fallen at the top maybe like 3 times in my entire life. So if I fall at the top, I'm gonna like actually rage.
Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be at least a few moments you can go back to this after the race and kind of look.
Oh, I'm rewatching this race as soon as it's done for sure. I have to go back and see how it plays out.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm sure there's going to be some things said here that are going to come back to bite at least one of you, if not both. But we'll see. We'll see. But in terms of another thing, obviously, Space, like we mentioned a little bit, you're coming off the back of a nice win against Nim. It was a pretty fun match to watch. I'm sure you came away feeling pretty happy with that one. Looked pretty good and pretty comfortable, like we mentioned in a race setting as well. So. Generally speaking, we're keeping records on here. You're currently 1 win, no losses. Looking to extend that here, obviously, Get that 2-0 win. What does it mean to, if you want to keep that unbeaten streak going? Are you looking to go on that streak? Obviously we want to see you on more events in future.
Oh, but... It's already done, Tathis. It's already done. Just give me the belt now. It's over.
It's 2-0
I've already got it in the bag, dude. Oh yeah, dude, he's gonna choke somehow. He's gonna get nervous and choke. But like, my whole game plan is to make him as nervous as possible for the race, and then I win. So
I see.
So my whole game, it's not even playing. It's just Like he's frozen right now. He's frozen in nerves. You know, this is what I need during the
Uh-oh.
race.
Faster, you there? We still got you? I think we lost Faster, have we?
Hello?
Hello? You there? I think we actually have lost Faster. Oh, wow. You know, Space giving the face off. Oh, we have lost Faster.
Am I back? Am I back?
Oh,
You're back,
Faster
but no
is-
camera.
Sorry. I don't know what that was about. I was in the void state for a minute.
no problem.
Pasta,
Did
come on,
I
take
miss
a photo
anything?
with me, Pasta. Get in here. I'll get out.
Space going back on his words. He was talking mad smack a second ago, saying you're going to get nervous, you're going to choke. You know,
Okay,
the
well,
words
I have a
is.
secret weapon. I have a secret weapon now. So, I briefly mentioned, hospital visits and whatnot. Well, they gave me medicine for my heart. So basically, adrenaline can't enter my heart anymore. Like, period. Like, they're called beta blockers. So in my heart now, adrenaline literally can't bind to receptors, which means like my body physically cannot choke anymore. Like I cannot enter fight or flight at all, period. So like shakiness, heart racing, heart pounding, none of that will happen at all for me. So I'm basically cheating medically for this race now.
No, that was my
Yes,
whole game
dude.
plan.
I know.
I just got to get you nervous before the race. That's how I win.
The doctor was like, explaining all the stuff to me, and in my head, all I was thinking was like, I'm gonna fucking destroy Nixer now. I'm gonna fucking crush his world record now.
But yeah,
So, yeah,
we go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I'm basically cheating now. That's all. Go on.
I was just going to mention, obviously, Space. We touched on his record there, coming off the back of a win against Nim, 1-0. I know, Pastor, you mentioned, you're not the biggest race guy, so don't know how many times we'll see you on the rival battles, but if you're able to make that record say 1 win, 1 defeat, and for it to permanently say at least 1 defeat, and you be the guy to do it, is that going to be something that you kind of you like the sound of? Is that something that is kind of on the agenda, tarnishing that perfect record of Space?
That perfect record of 1. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really think about that at all, honestly. If it was anyone else, I maybe wouldn't have done it, is what I'll say. It's hard because, like, if it's somebody worse than Space, I don't feel good about doing that race either. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to, say, go against Mimic, like, Mimic, very good time, no doubt, right? Still a really good runner. But it's like the caliber difference between the sub-9 runners and the other runners is, like, actually insane in Amy's story. And, like, the other 3 sub-9 runners are not actively playing right now. Like, Nixer, Huga, and Alpha, they're not running Amy. And, like, neither is Spacebar, really. But Spacebar's just, he's got that dog in him 24/7 for it. So
what he's saying is Mimic's not a wall floater, so he doesn't fuck with Mimic.
Yes, basically. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't feel interesting if they're not going to go for all the same crazy shit. But at the same time, it's like there's not really anyone else who is going for that except for me or Spacebar right now. So if Huga or Nixer came back, I would also say no, though, because they would just destroy me. Like, I would not feel good racing Huga. Racing Huga is like a death sentence. He would just dumpster me easily.
Luckily, Huga doesn't like racing either, so.
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
I am sad he never came back. He got the sub-9 and was content, but, like, man, his times are crazy. Like, he was hitting 136 hot shelters just in runs.
I saw
like,
him get a
that is insane.
in a run.
Yeah, like, that is insane.
All right, well, you mentioned times there. Let's talk times. So, if I had to ask you here and now, what time do you have to come away with to win this race? What's the minimum you can walk away with and say, yep, I could have won that. That was a good time. So I'll ask you, Space, what's the minimum time you're walking away satisfied with here?
Let's assume door 1. Yeah, let's assume door 1.
Assume door 1. 9:10, 9:15. I'd say.
And then Pasta?
I really want a sub-9 in this race. I think that would be so sick. I really want to get it.
It would be sick, but it's just
but I agree, like, realistically with Spacebar that, like, anything from, like, a 9:08 to, like, a 9... Well, not 9:20. 9:20 I'd actually feel kind of bad about, honestly. Like, if that's the best time we see, I'm also like kind of looking at this as like both of us because like again RNG really changes stuff. But if this race ends and like we don't have a single time that's like below 920, I feel like that's not that good of
That
a
would be
display
pretty
of our
sad.
skill. Yeah, like I feel like we would not be too happy about that.
It could also just be
like
very rough RNG, but you know.
Well, yeah,
And
yeah.
even still, like the RNG is only like at worst 25 seconds. You know, even
Yeah.
still, should be able to at least one time get like pretty low.
Like I wasn't exaggerating earlier when I said every run that we take into Final Egg should be sub 9 world record pace. Like if not world record, at least easily a low like 850 pace, no matter what.
Yeah,
just because like
it's not really that hard either. Because like
yeah,
worst case scenario, we only lose like 1-2 seconds in the first sub split, 1-2 seconds in Twinkle Bark, and like 1-2 seconds in Shelter. So it's like there's not a ton of variance, there's not a ton of mistakes that we just tend to make. It's all in Final Egg the time.
Like for reference, my sum of best right now I think is a 831. So like I can lose like 20 seconds and still sub 9. I mean, like if you watch the video I posted on my channel where I said this is what the Spacebar race will look like, it's like a shit run. Like it's not even good, and yet it's still a sub 9. So it just I don't know. We're at a point now where it's like we both very easily could sub 9 in this race, and that's what I want. I like even if it's Spacebar and not me, I want it for the viewer's sake because then we might encourage like a new Amy runner to join, and that would be really cool.
Yeah, for sure, and that's a nice thing as well. You know, giving like these categories, specifically Amy, its like own chance to stand on its own, not alongside like Knuckles and Gamma. It's pretty cool to just have that like zoned in Amy sort of focus, at least for this hour, and yeah, give it a good time to sit in the spotlight. I'm sure you both will show it off pretty nicely. But let's just talk a little bit quickly because, you know, I know there are other categories out there which you've got under your belt. I know, Pastor, you're a pretty heavy Amy guy. But in terms of other things out there, in terms of any other potential categories or matchups against other runners that you may be interested in, you know, it might even be an Amy story for that matter, or Sonic story like we got there, shown from Spacebar. You know, is there anything out there, any runner that you maybe would like to see yourself going up against in future on one of these events?
Who are you asking?
Oh, sorry. I'll ask you first, Pastor.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends because, like you said, I don't do too many categories. I do like KAG like a lot, though. I'm really hyped for the next KAG tournament we do. Also, it'd be kind of cool to do like a KAG team versus team thing where it's like one Nux runner, one Amy runner, one Gamma runner versus, you know, another team of that in a row, like relay style. That'd be really cool. I'd definitely participate in something like that. Nux is definitely my weakest of those three categories. So I have like an all right Gamma, but I think that's just because Gamma is really easy. Like for an all right time, Gamma at high level is insane, but like Gamma like decent time is pretty easy. So I don't know. It's just a fun category. I don't fuck with Sonic much because it's too long and hard. Tails is just like too boring right in the middle section for me. So I don't know. But in terms of like specific runners, I'd like to beat Alpha in a race because like he's like a person who it's really fun to beat. You know, it's like beating Spacebar is like wholesome. Beating Alpha is like I would rub it in his face. You know what I mean?
Wow.
There's just something about
I would want
Alpha.
you to rub it in my face if you won. What the fuck?
I told you before, Spacebar, there's only one thing you can do that'll make me clown on you in the interview. If you die during Scoob Skip, I'm gonna go off on you in the interview.
No,
like,
dude,
I'm gonna lose my mind on you if you die
thing
there.
now. I have a whole new thing now. I refuse to die on that again.
And then Space, last time out, I think this was one of the ones you mentioned, Pastor and Amy's story, but right now, is there anything further on the agenda for you? Is there anything that you're looking at out there and thinking, yeah, I want that matchup, I want that category, I want that belt? You know, what are you thinking?
I mean, I want somebody to get good enough for me to compete with them in Senti. I'll just go ahead and say it like the king I am in Senti. Like, dude, step up. Somebody step up. Cryptic, where you at?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's Cryptic.
Where are you at, Cryptic? Like, he's learning, but he's got to get better. I want him to contest my time, and I want him to be good enough that we can have a rivals, because somebody's going to have to pop off to get to my level at Senti, let me tell you now.
I've been speaking to him, you know, and he's down, from what I've been told. You know, he's definitely down to run it with you, but I don't know.
He's got a way to go, though. It'll be a blowout right now. did it.
Cryptic is
Wow.
the Cryptic. I'm hoping is the prophesized runner who will start doing all the random clips and shit I post in Nux Story that all the Nux runners just tell me no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm hoping Cryptic is the one to finally break that and just start doing all that cool shit.
He's
Actually,
got some levels, man. I'm telling you.
I actually have a couple that just came to me. Dawn in Big Story, and I'm not even joking. Like, me and Dawn are pretty close in Big Story, and I was like playing Big, and he just came out of nowhere and got like 4 seconds better than my time, and that kind of pissed me off. So, that's still there. I haven't beat him yet, but I want revenge, So I'll see Dawn in Big Story, and I'll see this dude I know, British bloke named Tethys, that just came out of nowhere and beat my Tails time and bops me at a top 10. And I said I was gonna come back and beat that time, but I didn't yet. So that's another little beef I got going on that
You tried. You tried. You gave it a go.
Didn't try hard enough. Need to put more effort into that one.
Oh, there you go. You got a hit list. So
am I allowed to say a rivals race not featuring me that I would love to see? Chris and Mimic in Amy Story. I would love to watch that. Chris versus Mimic and Amy Story would go so hard.
Because they're both like the new prodigies of Amy. Yeah. They're like the same level.
Yeah, it's amazing. And they are okay for Spacebar and I, it's like we play very like close to each other's times, but like our differences are very slim. If you watch Chris and Mimic, it's like it looks like 2 different games they're playing, and yet their times are like within 4 seconds. It's so sick. I would love to watch that.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll come back to that actually in just a little bit. But yeah, no, like nice to hear some of those there. I'm hopefully looking forward to seeing some of those on future events.
Pasta, stop jumping the gun. He's got pre-recorded questions here. He's going to get to that.
Okay? But yeah, so bringing it back to this event right now at the moment, we've obviously got a couple other matches out there, 6 other matches besides yourselves. Is there anything that's caught your eye? Anything that you're looking at and maybe predicting? Gonna put some money on the table? What are we thinking? Anything that's catching your eye, Spacebar?
God, hold on, give me the schedule.
Yeah, where's the schedule? I haven't looked at it once.
I've looked at it, but this thing goes out in my memory real quick. So hold on, let me pull up the channel. Scroll up. Where is it at? Rival Battle.
It'll be one of the most recent Sacer announcements. There's a little picture. Yeah, 3rd one up.
3rd one up. Okay, Sacer announcements. Boom. 3rd one up. Boom. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's see. Oh, man. I mean, listen, anytime you got Drum Basher running anything, I'm always there. So, oh my God, there's Dawn versus Emerald. That's got huge history to it. That one, I'm going to be super curious because I've actually met Dawn and Emerald in person. So, and I know that was one of their first times meeting in person. They're really close friends, and I love pinning people against each other. So, no, I think it's going to be good, though. Dawn and Emerald, super close skill level. Refrag and Yoshi is also an insane.
Refrag and Yoshi is going to be fun.
It's like you literally got the top 2 runners for Supersonic Story and put them against each other. Like, me and Pasta are both top runners, but we're not like 1 and 2, We're 2 and 3. So it's pretty good.
we're both secondary to Nixer still.
Yeah, so that one's good. I haven't seen a lot of 06 No Major Glitches runs or Team Chaotic, so I can't speak too much on those. But Team Rose is always fun to watch as well. So that should be another good
Vintage versus Bacon. I don't think I've heard of him. Yeah, Vintage, not sure. No, never heard of him. So
we're answering back. I don't know how, and I don't know on what.
Vincent.
But, like, there's somehow like a rivalry brewing across the seas. I don't even know what we could pit you to, and again, we just have to like get a blind race of something. Pit you both into like Sonic.
Yeah.
Put you both in a Shadow the Hedgehog race.
Make them play Invalid's game. Yeah. Racing Invalid's new game.
Oh, true. That'd be perfect, Spacebar.
Oh yeah, there you go. But the same for you. So, any predictions, Spacebar? Actually, before I move on, anybody you want to call?
I mean, listen, I think Hedera is extremely skilled, so and Drum's got a lot going on his plate with, like, he plays SADX, he does a lot of organization stuff. I think Hedera's got the edge in a Dark Story. I think Dawn just, like, puts in that little bit of extra grind, so I feel like Dawn's got the bit of an advantage in Hero Story. And honestly, Yoshi Puff's a bit of a wild card. Like, I feel like he could just randomly make mistakes, so I'm going to have to give that one to Refrag.
I view that as the opposite, honestly. I think Yoshi is gonna pull out just the most insane random like it'll be 1 second he wins by right at the end, like something crazy. That's what I'm predicting.
It is a best of 11, so there's going to be at least 6 matches there, which is the great thing.
It's gonna be sick. The most supersonic gameplay anyone's ever seen on stream.
But yeah, for sure. And then I guess, same thing to you, Pastor. Obviously, mentioned that one or two. But anything in particular that's standing out to you? Anything that you?
Literally the only thing I'm knowledgeable about is Refrag versus Yoshi. So like I don't know. I don't feel confident commenting on any other race there. I think though that Refrag, like, he has the edge statistically. I mean, Refrag is so good at Supersonic Story that Nixer won't play the category. You know what I mean? Like, Nixer is literally like, I'm not touching Supersonic because of Refrag. So he has the edge going into it, but it's also like a 3-minute long story. So like literally one mistake, or like if they miss to call skip, or they don't get a building jump or anything like that, it's like the other person will win like that one match, like in the race, right? So it's like each, like you said, it's gonna be 6 of them minimum. Like each of those will be decided by like 1 or 2 mistakes. So it's like Yoshi Puff just has that protagonist energy for me. Like Yoshi Puff's someone that, like, as much as I love Refrag, he's my dad, you know, he's everything to me. It's like Yoshi Puff, you just gotta root for him, man. He's just too wholesome. You see his smile and you're like, okay, all right, I want you to win. But it's hard because I love them both. I really do. I love Refrag and Yoshi, so I want them both to win. But I'm just hoping it's like really crazy. That's all I want, is like a really insane Supersonic race.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And so you kind of gave yours earlier, but I'm sure you got 1 or 2 more in the tank. But talk to me a little bit about a potential dream matchup. So, like, let's say any game, any category, any runners. Who you picking? Who you putting against each other on one of these? Let's go with you, Pastor.
I mean, honestly, I would love to see more Refrag versus Nixer and Sonic Story. Outside of the Chris Mimic Amy story I was talking about, commentating that one of those matches in the grand finals of Refrag versus Nixer in the last Sonic tournament or whatever, that was amazing. Those races are just like insane to watch. They're both just playing out of their mind the whole time. So like, I'm always down for more Nixer versus Refrag. Those are like the most fun matches to watch ever.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Katie and Alpha, you know, they're both up there as well for like really good runners. But like something about that French rivalry just gets me so hype.
Absolutely.
That's really the main one. I don't know. I don't have any other off the top of my head.
No, it's the classic for sure. And then for you, Spacebar, anything? I can't actually remember what you said last time, but if anything new has sprung into your mind, let me know. What we got?
Luckily, Pasta gave me enough time to come up with a few things. So, first of all, the first thing that came to my head is I want to see a 4v4 Bobble League championship with Hypnotics and Refrag and Yoshi and Tethys in there. I want to see that big time. Besides that, I mean, I'm down for a Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, anything. Like, literally anybody. Like, in fact, it would probably be even funnier if you take 2 people who've never played it before and make them have to race against each other. That would be pretty entertaining. Other than that, I hate to say the forbidden word, but I want to see Ethmar in Frontiers racing somebody else in arcade mode. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a big Ethmar fan. Maybe nobody hits the gritty like Ethmar. I don't know. But like, that's what I want to see, is Ethmar racing somebody in arcade mode.
Oh, we'll see. Yeah, definitely creative picks for sure. But yeah, no. In terms of the main question, that just about brings us to a close. But yeah, thank you, gamers, for hopping on. This has been one of my favorite interviews so far, for sure. Definitely didn't expect it to go on for quite so long, but yeah.
Sorry about the internet issues right in the middle.
We got to get the thumbnail photo.
What should it be?
Actually, yeah. Before we do that, there is actually just one last question.
Wait,
so Space, is there any last final message you want to shoot past us away before the match tomorrow? What do we say?
I have a big message, but I need to show it through actions, not words.
All right. So, Pasta, any message you want to give?
Good luck.
Good luck to me.
Good luck like to us. Good luck to us. Really.
Oh yeah, no.
All I want, Cesar, is that we have like good cool Amy gameplay. Also, like, actually thinking about it, mistakes are fine as long as we do a really cool backup. Because, like, I know that you and I combined know more backups than any other Amy runner easily. Like, probably, like, the top 30 Amy runners compared to us don't know the backups we know. So it's like, even if we make a mistake, it can still be cool as long as we do something cool after, you know, in response. Like, that's all I'm looking for. It's just, I just want us to swag the fuck out on the viewers. That's all I care about.
And I'm
I
sure
might
it'll
actually
happen.
want you to win more than me. This way, I can see you continue to keep doing races against people, and like, we got to keep you in. You know, like if we give you the belt, then you got to keep racing. You know, you got to keep coming back.
I'll keep racing if we get more Amy runners. That's my promise. If we get more Amy runners who are good, I'll race more.
Well,
I mean,
Tetris, I haven't seen you uploading any Amy times. I mean, you know,
I did a little bit. You know, I got, you know, I think I did okay. You know, not bad.
Riposta, I got an idea. Let's not let this interview end until Tetris starts running Amy. I think that'll be a good way to finish this interview.
Okay,
He'll just end it on his end.
If either of you get a sub 9 in this race at any point, I'll what's my PB?
No way! I am so down.
What's my PB right now?
Down for that.
What's my PB on the boards right now?
Spacebar, let's
be
both sub
rooting
9
for
in the
Pasta.
same race.
Now I have to make sure I hit the wall float.
Yeah.
What's my PB?
I'm actually gonna have to practice now. Damn.
I'm currently.
Spacebar, do it.
You just up the stakes big time.
Let's both sub 9, Spacebar.
I'm sat at 10:27 right now. So if either of you gets a sub 9, I'll try and grind for a sub 10.
I hope you know just
you
what a
do
different
sub 9
caliber
30.
that is. Yeah.
You could do a sub 9.
We'll see. We'll see. I'll say.
Kevin, you got that dog in you.
I don't know if I got that Amy flavored dog. I can't lie.
Dude, all it takes is your first castle skip and you'll be hooked.
Yep.
I've done castle skip. It needs so much more. But yeah, we'll see about that. But you know, we'll put that little wager out there. You know, we'll see. But yeah, no, I think that about wraps us up then. So if you've got anything left to say just in general, I'll let you say it now. But yeah, if not, go right ahead.
Shout outs, Sacer, for being sick. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, shout out to Sacer. I'll take a shot for Sacer, and then I gotta catch this elevator.
Alright. Good luck, gamers. We'll see you both back here tomorrow for the race. Goodbye, Space. Thanks for hopping on both. Don't go anywhere then. Catch Rival Battles tomorrow. It's kicking off at 2 p.m. Eastern, I believe. And yeah, we'll see you all again very soon. Thank you both, gamers. We'll see you very soon. Take care then. Bye-bye.